Welcome to PowerShell for the SQL Server DBA class, DBA 11 class, which one we are going to discuss today. So today actually we are going to discuss more about something called parameter side. So not this parameter, you have seen how we are passing the parameter like from the notepad side or from the notepad or Excel, or directly you are giving some value into this one in your script. Only you are passing the parameter some values, but some of the parameter, if you have to make the, it has to be make the not constant mandatory parameter. Just I will give you one example. Some of the time what will be happen, you are doing some work and it is generating some log file. So if you are not giving the log file location, right, and you given the default location, means if the nobody has given the log file, script should not has to fail. It has to go to some where the script is running. In that path only you go and create the log file. Just example, if somebody has given the log file location, go and create the log file into that location, right or wrong? Correct, no? So just 1 second, I will just search my this one. Okay, so got it. So but some of the time what happen, it's mandatory to give the parameter value. Just example, if you are taking the backup, it's just example. In that what you have to do, you have to pass that this one some value, like which database is required. You can't say like if the database is not giving, go and take the all database backup, right? Nobody will write the script in such a fashion, right? Correct, no? Nobody will go and write the script in such a fashion, like if that database name has been not given, so you go and take the full all database. Or otherwise, if somebody has not defined the which type of backup you have to we have to take, if nobody has given that which type of backup is required, so that time what it has to do, it has to go and it has to take that full database backup. It is not going to be happen. If you have to pass the value, either you want full, either you want differential, either you want log, whatever. Or it must, you have to declare that where you want to, which database backup you want to take. But the path where the backup has to be happen, if you will not give the backup location, it will take some default value. That is fine. So some of the time you have to pass the value. If you are not going to pass, then PowerShell will give prompt that, like first you pass the value, then only I will go to the next script, or then only I'm going to execute the script. So that kind of thing we are going to learn today. Have you understood what I want to tell you? Hi, all three.
Yes, sir.
Got it, no? So just that only we are going to discuss now. So if you want to, we will go to the example and then we will see. If you have to pass the parameter and you want like something to be declared, so you will go with the param. Have you seen it? That time I think some script we are using this param. I think have you gone through day 3 or day 4, I'm not remember. That time we are giving some value like in this way. You will go and we will go to the example, then you will understood more. So this is once you are giving param and you are writing some variable, so it will be going to ask, you can pass some value using this name. If you will pass this, it is going to save this value. So param is used for defining the parameter value. Some of the time you want to specific to some variable, means this variable somebody has to pass the string value only. If you are going to give that integer value, it should not has to take. So that time you can define string like that. So how you have to pass the value, so that is the parameter file. You can see that is the script file. Then you will give the variable name and you will pass that. Once we will go to the example, then you will understood more. Some of the time you have to make the value mandatory. Mandatory parameter means what? If you are not going to give this value, your script is going to be failed. It will give that there is something is mandatory parameter has been defined. So please enter the value. Is totally depend upon your requirement how you are going to do that. Next you can see that is a switch parameter. Why this switch parameter is used and what is the switch parameter? Switch parameter will give the only result as a true and false. If something you are going to pass and you are passing some value, it is going to display the result. Is it true or it is not true? So this is the parameter. We will go to the few example, then we will run the script and we will see how the parameter is going to be act. I'm not here using any big script to show you the all result, but we will go to some script. I will go to this script. So here what I have done, I have just declared one parameter and I have given two variable here, right? And I am writing here, I'm just because just it will take the value. So if I will, so that's why down what I'm getting, I am just printing this value, these two, and I am not passing any value here, right? It is not taking any value from the notepad file, something it is not given. Yeah, I am given just param and I have two variable I have defined. I have just given here right host, what value I will pass, it will display that. So that only we want to see it. Defining parameter. So what I'm going to do, I will take this, I'm changing the directory, writing cd, I'm into in this directory, and what I'm going to do, defi, I am going to the defining parameter one. So once I am going here, if I will press hyphen, you can see automatically it is asking some variable name, automatically it came. Once I have given this script and once I will give hyphen, automatically it is giving username. So I will press enter, I will give Rajesh, right? If I will give again hyphen, it is giving home path. I have given C backslash like that. If I'm pressing enter, it is going to display this result Rajesh and this, because it's the value what it was happened, it is passed. So once I ran this script, what happened, this two variable, it is taken the value, and here in this script only I am just printing the value. In this script I have not make anything mandatory. If I am not passing the parameter directly, I am running the script, it is not going to give me the any error because I have not passed the value. That's why right host is not displaying anything result. If I want, I will pass just single username is Rajesh, just only this much I am going to pass and I'm pressing it, so only that much of result it is going to be displayed. So this is the one very simple thing. And people what they are doing, this parameter they are passing, they are declaring the parameter, they are passing the value from where, from your notepad file. That also if you want you will able to do that. So anyhow, we are not going to, we are just understanding some of the example, and there is a mini script I have written using the param file. So you can see the before which one I was teaching you. So there you can go and you can see that that class I told, like we will discuss more into the param thing. There I have declared how it is going to read the notepad file, or otherwise today I am going to give you the some link of that script. So in that script, if you are going, you will able to see that how to declare this all. So I'm going with some different example definition parameter file. If you will go leave it, this is not, I am going to take this. Okay, this also it's fine. If you want string also, is there not going to this, it's going to use so I'm taking this example. This time what I have done, I am not running this script, I will run the script only. So I just pasted here inside this script what is there. It is also one way to declare the parameter. Here what if we need parameter has some specific data type, so this is the way you will write string or integer before that variable. So once you are passing the value, what it is going to do, it is going to take the string value. Just example, if I'll go here, that is para data. So I'm going with that script. So I press the tab para data. So this time also, if I will press enter, it is not going to give me the result any error, because I have not make as a mandatory parameter file. If I'm going to give here username, so you can see if I'm pressing hyphen, automatically it is going to display a string. Username is in a string. You have to pass the username into the string value only, right? If I'm passing again, so it is giving home path is a string. So that time it was not displaying whether it is string or that value. Now I have declare it is as a string, so it is started giving the result. It is a, it will be the string value. So you can go with the home path and you give c slash whatever you want to pass. Just I am passing this to. So this is the one of the way to pass declare the data type in your string. No doubt, correct? Correct, guys? So actually that main example, main script how to use, we will see that. Because till now I have explained you much more script. Now, not any script, if you want, you will able to open and you will able to see that, you will able to understood, right? So that is not a big issue for you guys. So this is the one of the thing like how to declare the parameter, how to declare that string value or data type value. So again we are going something, we are going to see mandatory parameter. So mandatory parameter, will see mandatory parameter. So what I'm going to do, I'm taking this script here and I'm pasting it this. So actually I'm not running the script, so I will run the script. It just I have pasted what is there inside. So this time what I am doing, I'm adding parameter mandatory is equal to true. I have added the string also. So this time what you will understood, you have to pass the string value. You have to pass this value. If you are not going to pass the value, it will ask you please enter the value, or if you want to write that, that also you can do, but I'm not going with that mandatory. So mandatory parameter, if I'm going to press this, see here, now it is asking username, correct or wrong? Because in that script I have written the logic in such a way, I have made that as a parameter, as a mandatory parameter. So that's why whenever I was pressing the result, it is not giving the result. You can see it is asking username value. You have to pass. I will passing Rajesh. If I'm pressing again enter, again it is not giving the result. It is asking second mandatory value you have to fill. Got it or not? If I'm pressing enter, then only it is going to give me the result next time. Correct? If I am not passing any value, even if I'm going to pass only one value in this way, username, and I pass Rajesh, I given hyphen and home path, I'm not passing home path, just I have pressed enter. So it will ask the supply value for the following parameter. And you can see down it is written command let's mandatory parameter ps1 file at the command pipeline at position 1. So something it is there in the position 1 means second value, means position 0 value, position 1 value, whatever it is there, you have not passed the value. So must you have to pass that value. Sometimes you can meet some of the mandatory parameter and some of the not mandatory parameters. Like just example, you are writing some script for backup or something, you are writing some different thing where you want result somewhere in the location. So that kind of thing, you can make some of the parameter as a mandatory, some of the parameter not mandatory. Some of the parameter, if they are passing from notepad, it has to take that. People will write in the script in such a fashion. If you are not writing, if you are not writing that, you are not, if I'm pressing enter without passing the parameter, if I will sending the result, if I'm entering it, it's giving something cannot bind argument to the parameter home path because it is empty string. So itself is the error it is giving, that value you have not entered, because of that the script is failing. So the people is developing the script as per their convenient, how they have to pass the value and all. I hope you understood what is the mandatory parameter, right? And how
Yes,
to
sir.
declare the mandatory parameter. So it is up to you. Just you go to the script, many script is there. We are going some of the thing position parameter. So we will discuss this now. How to declare and all. And this is very, very important. If you will go and you will open that any string, what you will see that in that every script you will see this kind of param they will write, right? So they will write into this kind of thing. Have you seen it, right? Whenever you will open, you will see the param something they will declare. So don't become confused what is this. So that's why I was taking that. I will going with the position and switch. I am taking the switch parameter example. So how it is the switch parameter look like? This is in this way. So you will define the param, and I have taken one variable. I have given the switch. So this time this script is accepting the switch parameter value. What is the switch parameter? I will go to the script is switch parameter. In this, without entering value, if I'm pressing yes, it is giving the result as a false. If I have given here hyphen is true, it's the variable. I have given any value and pressing, it is giving the true. It is just taking the value. If the value is if the value is gone here, then it is giving true result, and if it is not, value is not there, it is giving the false result. That is the also one of the way to declare. But where to use, how to use this, everything it will come by practice. Or if you are opening the script and you are seeing it, that time you will understood how we can declare the switch parameter and all. Maybe what thing I am teaching today, maybe you will not able to develop the script after 6 months or 8 months. Once you are doing the practice, that kind of thing will come. That's why always I was telling you, even first day whenever I started the class, I told you 200-page notebook you have to take, and you have to write each and every thing whatever I am going to explain you, because that book easily you will go and rotate, and you will see what is that thing what I have teach, where I have teach. But if you are going with just for my video, it's very difficult you to figure out which class where I have taken, right? Correct. And one more thing, you will see in my class what is happening. No, some of the time I have teach something extra thing in my some other class. So sometime it has happened, like maybe in your class I have explained something more, in the other class I have not explained that. So what I will do, so sometime I will remember. So if I am pinging you in the WhatsApp group, guys, I'm going to explain you something extra in this class, or some registry level of setting, right? So how to change. So this kind of not explain, because that is not useful. But if I will get time, and if that kind of requirement came and I'm going to explain you, so I will tell you guys. So please join into the next batch whenever I will take. So if you have any student, you can refer for me to continue the class. So anyhow, leave it. So here what I have given, I have just defined parameter, and with the parameter is mandatory, I given the position 0. So position 0 is your first position. Position 1 is your second position. So I have given the position. So this time I make one as a mandatory parameter, second one is not a mandatory parameter. So if I'll go with the hyphen username, I will just pass Rajesh, and I'm pressing enter. It is not going to give me the any wrong result, because one parameter I have passed as a mandatory. If I'm going with the second one, this time what I'm going to do, Rajesh, and I'm passing home path C something. So you can see that I am getting the result. You can pass the parameter in this way also directly. You can go pass Rajesh, and you are passing.
Sir, can we supply any default values for the optional parameters?
Yeah, you can do that. That only I'm telling. No, some of the time you have to write the code in such a fashion. If I'm not passing any mandatory parameter, it has to take some default value. That is the one thing. But some of the time it is a must you have to pass. That only example I given. Like if you want to take the full data, you want to take the database backup. So for taking the database backup, which database you want, that is mandatory. You have to give. Which type of backup you want, must you have to give. But generating the log, what happened to the script, or where the backup file has to be kept. So these two, if you are not going to give, you can give as a default location, go to this location. But these two value, database name and which type of backup you want, must you have to pass, right? If you are not passing the value, it should not have to take the full database automatically by itself, right?
Yeah.
So that one you have to
Yes.
take it. So for my script, which parameter must we have to take, right? So this is up to you how you can make. That's why I told you, you have to buy one good book. You search into the Google, you go through one book, read the all programming, download some books from the this one Google, and then you will able to see that. Okay, so this is the one of the value related thing, which one you are going to do that these things. So this is the, so what I'm going to do, I am making this as a 1, this I am making as a 0, just we'll see. Okay, anyhow, that is the script. I have to do the change, not here. So anyhow, no problem. So so this is one of the thing. So next one, I am going to show you a few more. There is a script I am going to make, and we will see some of the small example for the script, right? If we are going to do, what is going to happen, how we are going to make. So position also done, switch also done, right? So now next what we are going to discuss, we are going to discuss example parameter 1. I think this only I have that time. Okay, I will take this. So what is this script? Example defining parameter. Okay, this one I will change the. So what is this time what I've given, I just said like get services, right? So if you are going with the get services, just example, if you want to take some report for the get services, so here I have given just one line. You can add multiple of filter what you want to display, where that where the service that ID is this much, blocking whatever you want, you can add this here, right? You can make the big script also. I just a simple script I have type some command here. If you want get services, without that computer it will not going to display the result if you are going to run for the multiple of computer, right or wrong? Correct, no?
Yeah.
Get services, if you are going to
Yes.
run, if you are going to run for the local computer, it is fine, that much will work. But if you want to run this script for the multiple of computer, 100% it's required the host name. So in this script, if you want, you can make as a host, it's a mandatory parameter. So this value is nothing but your host name you are passing, you can make as a mandatory parameter. So that is the one example. Without that, so example, so this time you have to pass. If you are not going to pass, what is the host name for me? This is the variable, I pass my host name, so it is giving the result. So if I'm not passing any host name, it has to ask, please speak. It will ask the host name. If you will pass, if you are given the host name, it is going to display the result. If you are not passing, 1 second, if you are not passing your host name, it will ask the value. Then also, if you are not passing, you are press the enter, it is give the result as a error. They will display like this is the mandatory parameter, it is not binded, so some of the result it is going to display. I hope you understood how the mandatory parameter is going to declare and all, right? So we will go to the some more script now. We'll discuss what we can do. Okay, so so here I am going to give you one work. So this time I have not make as a mandatory parameter, right? I just given no parameter local computer modify the script is no. Okay, so this one I have given just for your purpose. So what is this script? This one I have not made as a mandatory parameter. So example parameter 2. Okay, so this time I am not passing any value. So if I'm pressing enter, it is going to give the error, but mandatory parameter is 2 only, it is there. No? Okay, so must it has to be pass the value. If it is not going to pass, it is going to give the result. So it is went here. This line, it is not given the error. Once it is came to here, it is given the error, means after computer name, it has to be give some, you have to pass some the value, right? So here the error is not coming for this one parameter is binded error, right? Cannot bind. This time it is giving the result because still here it is came here, and after that once it is went to the next line 100%. If you want get services, you have to pass some host name, and a host name you have not passed, so it is given the error. So I hope you understood this. I'm going few more script now. Function definition. So what you can do, if you want, you can write the code in such a way where you can create the function also into the parameter. So some of the time you can see I have already explained you how to create the function, and I told you go and read from the Google or some of the YouTube video how you can declare. So this time what I've done, I created function, write function, and you give some name, and inside that I have written some of the value. So this time I am running this, and this time I will not pass that value. I will directly, if I'm going to paste this one, and after that how I have to pass the this one 10 minutes again it will be log off. You have to log in again, guys. I have taken this value and same value I am passing here. If I'm going to run this, it is going to give me the result, right? So this time I am not running the script anything. So even function, so you can create the function, you can use this function into the multiple of time into the script. So don't become confused. If the people is writing the script, what you can see, they will declare everything as a function, right? And they will write in the one function, they will write, they are calling the multiple of functions. So don't become confused how it is. It is very simple, just it's required some practice. What I'm saying, once you will go to the Google and you are searching it, like how this script is there, where they are calling, it will be 99% they will use the function. So don't become confused that time. Why I am telling you, I am not going to, if I'm going to explain how to call the function inside the function, so even you can understood by itself. So some of the script you have Google and you have find out, right? So that time don't become confused how it is happening. They will write the logic function, they will declare everything in the top of the path, they will clear the function, everything is function only. And down what they will do, they will write the for loop, right? For each loop they will passing the server name, and they will just use that function when they want to. Even if you will see once they have to do some of the health check of the report, that time also people will do that kind of things. So don't become confused. Once you are going to learn, you will come to know. Get disk info. So in the get disk info also I have created one of the function. This time also one of the function I am passing some of the value. This time I am passing, I have declared here two value, but I am passing only one value only. So what is this? This is get WMI object. I have already explained you. I am passing, I have created the function. I will write this here, and I will pass my host name using. This time I am not running through the script, I am calling the function. I pass this, and it is giving some of the result. Why it is giving the result wrong? Disk info WMI computer. Okay, I think something we have to pass from here. Okay, we'll see that what is that error and what happened. You cannot validate the computer name. This computer name is here only, I'm passing. So okay, it is going to be confused which parameter it is there. I think I have to pass the value. I have to pass this name also, I think, because I have. Okay, so now the result is coming here. What happened? I have created the two variable, but whenever passing the single variable, that time we have to tell the PowerShell which for which variable it is. Otherwise, it will confuse. It has to take the drive or it has to take the computer name, right? So here I have given the computer name. If I am going to declare multiple of parameter into the param, that time you have to find out for the which value, which parameter you want to pass, right? Got it? No doubt. Okay, so I am going with the some of the more example for it. I am going with the get power plan. I just pasted here. Just I will go here. I will try power plan. Power PO. Edit power plan. You will go through here. You can see there is the in my system. It is just one type of change the advanced power system. If I will go here, so here it is not giving change for the plan for balanced, so it is not giving here much more because I am not using the server. So if you are going to use the server, then you will see. So just I am running this script. So this script, what it is saying, current power plan is not recommended for running the SQL server, right? It should not has to, whenever you are running the SQL server, it should not has to run into the balance mode. It has to use the high performance mode. So even if you'll go and read that, please configure the server to high performance mode plan, see this KV article. As per this KV article, that is a Microsoft has recommended this. It is given that so actually what is happened, so this is this KB article, it is there. So in this KB article, what they told, as per your Microsoft, you should not have to go with this power plan. So for that I have written this this some script. You can go and you can check how it is just reading some registry value, how to read the registry value. Now I think there is no time, I can't explain you more how to read that PowerShell is, how it is using that get child and get item, this registry value and all. So next class, if I am taking, I am going to explain you more. So this is the script. I'm not going to explain you. It is just simple if else statement. If that is not going to find, it is going to display. These are the result. So you go and check your in your office system. Once you are going to see in your office system, easily you will come to know which are the power plan. It is there for you. It will be 2 power plan will be there, and you will able to. So there is something called github.com, and there is some link I have given. You copy this link and go to some of the site, and in this site what you have to do, you have to read the all script. I am telling you, each and every script you have to try. It is not like I have not explained, so you don't go with this. So now see here, many script they have written, and all are the script. They are using some function, some parameter. You go and check what is the value of this, what is the mandatory, what is the array. I think you will understand. So what is this? This is the script. I don't know what is this. It is a get allocation check unit. They have written some script. What I will do, I have just copied this script. I will pasting this here. So just you go through it. I have explained multiple of script. So you go and check one by one how it is going to declare, what is going to be happen. See here, this time it is giving the result like what? My C drive and D drive is 4096 byte. It is formatted on 4096, but recommendation is 64 kilobyte. Whenever you are installing any SQL server, what you have to do, you have to format your disk to your, you can go where something called format, no, get a ping to format. So if I will go to here, I'm not formatting otherwise. So you can just 4096 byte, right? It is that only it is showing like it is already formatted at 4096 byte. Once you are going to install the software SQL server, you have to change it to 64 kilobyte, right? This much you have to change. So I have not changed, so it is recommended for this. It is a script has been written. You can go and you can read this script, how the script has been written there, and you can write for multiple of server. You can give this to the uh, people, and you can tell them like if you are going to run in the all SQL server, whatever you have the server 200 300, you can build the report like whether you have decided the good disk or not, good formatted disk or not of your organization. So easily if you'll go one by one, it's very difficult, and chances of doing mistake is more. So using this script, easily you will able to find out, and it is written many more things. So you go and read that how it is given. So I'm going to something, and it is pass some parameter also. If you are not going to pass the parameter, what is going to be happen, it will take the default value also, something it is like that. So it is up to you. You go and check that So if I'm going with get backups, so it is just for backup thing, it is there. So I am not going to more explaining this script, because you will able, I have explained much more thing, right? I have just pressed this, I have entered it, so it is asking the SQL server this time. So how we people is use this parameter, so you can see that. So I am just passing my SQL server value here. This time pressing enter, it is went there inside that script is performing some